Your kidneys are hard-working organs, silently filtering your blood every single day. But what if something you eat regularly, something seemingly harmless, is quietly undermining their function, setting the stage for serious health issues down the line? It's a concern many seniors face, often without realizing the hidden dangers lurking in their favorite foods. Thankfully, understanding these sneaky culprits is the first step toward protecting your long-term kidney health, and we're here to shed light on how you can do just that. Number 1. Processed meats. Many of us enjoy the convenience and taste of deli meats, sausages, and cured products. However, these popular processed meats are frequent sources of hidden phosphate additives, which are used to improve texture, preserve freshness, and enhance flavor. While naturally occurring phosphorus is found in many foods, the phosphorus from these additives behaves very differently in your body. Phosphate additives are far more bioavailable than natural phosphorus, meaning they are absorbed much more efficiently and rapidly into your bloodstream. This quick absorption leads to higher blood phosphorus levels than you might experience from eating foods with naturally occurring phosphorus. Over time, consistently elevated phosphorus levels place a significant strain on your kidneys, forcing them to work harder to filter out the excess. The connection between high phosphate intake from processed meats and an increased risk for kidney damage is well documented. This chronic overload can accelerate the progression of kidney disease and also contribute to serious cardiovascular issues, as excess phosphorus can lead to the hardening of blood vessels. Next, let's explore another major contributor to hidden phosphorus in our diets. Number 2, packaged and fast foods. In our fast-paced world, packaged and fast foods have become staples for convenience, but they often come with a hidden cost to your kidney health. Many of these items, from frozen meals and instant noodles to popular fast food options, extensively use phosphate additives. These additives serve various purposes, including enhancing flavor, improving texture, and extending shelf life, making the food more appealing and long-lasting. However, frequent consumption of these convenience foods can result in a chronic excess of phosphorus in your body. Your kidneys are designed to manage a certain level of phosphorus, but when the intake consistently surpasses their filtering capacity, it leads to an ongoing burden. This relentless strain can gradually diminish your kidney function over time, often without obvious symptoms, until significant damage has occurred. These foods, while marketed for their convenience, can particularly impact vulnerable populations, including seniors, who may already have compromised kidney function or other underlying health conditions. The cumulative effect of these hidden phosphates can quietly accelerate kidney decline. Let's now turn our attention to a very common beverage that also contributes to this silent threat. Number 3, cola beverages. When we think about dietary phosphorus, we often consider solid foods, but certain beverages are significant, yet frequently overlooked sources. Cola beverages, in particular, contain phosphoric acid, which is primarily used as a flavoring agent to give them their distinct tangy taste and to act as a preservative. This makes colas a substantial contributor to dietary phosphorus intake, often without consumers realizing its impact. The disguised impact of regular cola consumption on phosphate levels and kidney burden is quite concerning. Unlike the phosphorus found naturally in foods, the phosphoric acid in colas is readily absorbed by the body, much like the phosphate additives in processed foods. This rapid absorption can lead to quick spikes in blood phosphorus levels, placing immediate and continuous strain on your kidneys to filter out the excess. Over time, this consistent burden from seemingly innocent sips can contribute to the acceleration of kidney dysfunction. For individuals at risk or those with early stages of kidney disease, regular cola intake can exacerbate their condition, quietly chipping away at their kidney health. But it's not just drinks that pose a risk. Certain dairy products also carry a surprising amount of phosphorus. Number 4, cheese and processed cheese products. Cheese is a beloved food for many, enjoyed in countless dishes worldwide. While natural cheese contains phosphorus as part of its nutritional profile, processed and melted cheese products, such as cheese spreads, individually wrapped slices, and some grated cheeses, are particularly high in this mineral. This elevated phosphorus content is due to both the natural concentration in dairy and the addition of phosphate additives during processing. These phosphate additives are specifically included in processed cheese to improve texture, prevent separation, and enhance meltability, making them more convenient for various culinary uses. However, the presence of these additives significantly increases the amount of bioavailable phosphorus that your body absorbs, placing an extra burden on your kidneys. The phosphorus from these additives is absorbed much more readily than the naturally occurring phosphorus in whole foods. Frequent cheese consumption is common in many diets, and the phosphorus risk, especially from processed varieties, is not always recognized. People often consume significant amounts of these products without realizing their contribution to their daily phosphorus intake, making it a quiet and persistent challenge for kidney health. Next, let's consider how seemingly healthy canned goods can also be hidden sources of phosphorus. Number 5. Canned and preserved foods. Canned and preserved foods offer convenience and a longer shelf life, making them staples in many pantries. However, many of these items, including canned fish like sardines and anchovies, various canned beans, and even some preserved meats, frequently contain added phosphates. These additives are primarily used for shelf stability, to maintain texture, and sometimes to enhance flavor, ensuring the products remain appealing over time. While these additions extend the usability of the food, they introduce a significant amount of phosphorus that is easily absorbed by the body. This readily available phosphorus from additives contributes to the overall phosphorus load that your kidneys must process. The danger lies in the cumulative phosphorus exposure over time, especially for individuals who regularly rely on canned and preserved foods as part of their diet. This cumulative burden is particularly concerning for those with undiagnosed or early-stage kidney dysfunction. Their kidneys may already be struggling to maintain phosphorus balance, and the continuous intake of additive-laden preserved foods can accelerate kidney damage without obvious symptoms. Now, let's explore a category of foods often considered healthy, but which can also pose a phosphorus challenge. Number 6. Nuts and seeds. Nuts, seeds, and their popular derivatives like nut butters are widely recognized for their health benefits, including being rich in healthy fats, protein, and various minerals. However, it's important to note that nuts and seeds are also naturally high in phosphorus. While this natural phosphorus is generally less bioavailable than the phosphorus from additives, meaning less of it is absorbed, consuming these foods in large quantities can still contribute significantly to your overall phosphorus intake. For individuals at risk of kidney issues or those already managing kidney disease, the phosphorus content in nuts and seeds can become particularly problematic if not carefully monitored. Modern dietary trends heavily emphasize plant-based eating, often encouraging increased consumption of nuts and seeds as primary protein and fat sources. While these trends offer many benefits, they can inadvertently lead to excessive phosphorus intake if not balanced with other dietary considerations. It becomes crucial to understand that even healthy foods can contribute to an excessive nutrient load if consumed disproportionately. Balancing intake and being mindful of portion sizes are key to enjoying the benefits of nuts and seeds without overburdening your kidneys. Let's move on to another often praised food group that can also be a hidden source of phosphorus. Number 7. Whole grains and bran cereals. Whole grains are widely celebrated for their fiber content and overall health benefits. However, it's important to recognize that whole grains, including wheat bran and certain cereals, can contribute a significant amount of phosphorus to the diet. The phosphorus in these foods is primarily present as phytic acid, or phytate. While phytic acid can bind to some minerals and reduce their absorption, the overall phosphorus content still adds to the body's load. The bioavailability of phosphorus from whole grains can be affected by food processing methods, such as fermentation or soaking, which can break down phytic acid and make phosphorus more available for absorption. Therefore, even though the phosphorus in whole grains is less readily absorbed than phosphorus from additives, the sheer quantity consumed in a typical diet can still be a concern for kidney health. There can be misperceptions about the healthfulness of all whole grains for everyone, particularly for those with kidney concerns. While beneficial for general health, for individuals at risk of kidney issues, a high intake of phosphorus-rich whole grains might require individualized dietary planning. It underscores the need for a tailored approach to nutrition, especially when managing specific health conditions. How excess phosphorus harms the kidneys. Your kidneys play a vital and complex role in maintaining the body's internal balance, including the precise regulation of phosphorus levels. They act as sophisticated filters, removing excess phosphorus from the blood and ensuring that the right amount is retained for essential bodily functions, such as bone formation and energy metabolism. When kidney function is healthy, they efficiently manage this delicate balance, keeping phosphorus levels within a narrow, healthy range. However, when you consistently consume too much phosphorus, particularly from easily absorbed sources like additives, your kidneys become overwhelmed. This excess phosphorus leads to a condition called hyperphosphatemia, where phosphorus levels in the blood become abnormally high. This elevated state triggers a cascade of detrimental effects throughout the body. One of the most critical issues is that the body attempts to normalize blood phosphorus by drawing calcium out of your bones, weakening them over time. Beyond bone health, high phosphorus levels significantly contribute to vascular and tissue calcification, a process where calcium deposits accumulate in soft tissues and blood vessels. This hardening of arteries dramatically increases the risk of heart disease, which is already a major concern for individuals with kidney issues. Furthermore, studies have shown that chronic hyperphosphatemia can directly accelerate kidney dysfunction, leading to phosphorus-induced nephrocalcinosis, where calcium deposits form in the kidney tissue, and renal tubular injury, further impairing the kidney's filtering capacity. Other factors that raise phosphorus risk. The dangers of hidden phosphorus in processed foods are compounded by current labeling practices. Food labels often don't differentiate between naturally occurring phosphorus and added phosphate, making it incredibly difficult for consumers to assess their true phosphorus intake. This lack of transparency means that even when trying to make healthy choices, you might inadvertently be consuming high amounts of easily absorbed phosphorus. Beyond dietary sources, certain medications can also contribute to elevated phosphorus levels. For example, some phosphate-based laxatives or enemas used for constipation or bowel preparation can significantly increase phosphorus absorption. Additionally, certain health trends that advocate for very high protein or specific types of plant-based diets, if not carefully balanced, might inadvertently lead to excessive phosphorus intake, especially if they rely heavily on phosphorus-rich foods without considering the overall load. It's also crucial to understand that not all phosphorus is absorbed equally. Phosphorus from animal sources tends to be more bioavailable than that from plant sources, and phosphorus from additives is the most readily absorbed of all. These differences in absorption based on food source add another layer of complexity to managing phosphorus intake. Practical tips for managing phosphorus intake. Navigating a low phosphorus diet can seem daunting, but practical steps can make a significant difference. Start by becoming a diligent label reader. Look for keywords in the ingredient lists like phosphate, phosphoric acid, or any ingredient containing phos. These are strong indicators of added phosphorus, which is more readily absorbed by your body. Being aware of these terms empowers you to make more informed choices. The most effective strategy is to reduce your reliance on processed foods and shift your focus towards fresh, minimally processed options. Prioritize whole foods such as fresh fruits, vegetables, and unprocessed meats, which contain naturally occurring phosphorus that is less bioavailable. Cooking at home from scratch allows you to control exactly what goes into your meals, eliminating hidden phosphate additives. For individuals with chronic kidney disease or those at risk, consulting a healthcare provider or a registered dietitian specializing in kidney health is highly recommended. They can provide individualized dietary planning, help you understand your specific phosphorus needs, and offer tailored advice to manage your intake effectively, supporting your long-term kidney health. A high-phosphorus diet can quietly damage your kidneys, often before symptoms appear. Being aware of phosphorus-rich foods and how they fit into your daily diet can help reduce risk and support long-term kidney health. If this information helped you, please share it with friends or family who may benefit. For more nutrition tips and kidney health updates, subscribe, leave a comment with your experiences, or join our discussion community below.